Johnnie Harris and student athletes Taylor Collins and Savannah Scott. Coach, if you could give us your thoughts on tonight's game, then we will take questions.
Ooh. I just thought we came out flat. We were trying to force things against that zone. We knew they were going to play zone. We worked on it, but we just came out flat. I thought we took some bad shots in the first half, specifically that first quarter. I thought the second quarter we kind of regrouped and bounced back a little bit, and we guarded a little bit better. And then, after halftime, we just battled. It wasn't a pretty game. It was, we probably going to have some up and down games with this being a new group and trying to get our chemistry together like this. But just the way they bounced back, the way they fought down the stretch, I was really proud of them. Especially these two, I kind of got after them at halftime, especially Taylor, and I didn't think she was rebounding and being tough enough, but she was really tough in that second half. And this is what I'm looking for her, and, going forward, starting the ball game. We have to start better. But I'm trying to teach this team, you start better. You start in practice. You can't wait till the game to play. And I felt like we were really flat in practice. I was really disappointed today in shoot-around, and we brought that to the game. So hopefully they've learned their lesson, and we'll be better going forward.
Questions?
Coach, you mentioned that you were not pleased with how you practiced. I kind of talked to you before the game. It carried over into the first half. Can you talk a little bit more about the halftime speech? What does Coach Harris sound like at halftime when it looks like that? Is it tough love? Or
I plead the fifth. Yeah, it's tough love. It's tough love. Yeah, it's all love though. Mm-hmm. But sometimes if you're not boxing out, if you're not guarding your man, you're not rebounding. I'm probably not gonna say, baby, you need to rebound. I can't say it like that. So I had to get after them a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. This is a great group of women, and I just I'm doing a lot of teaching right now, trying to make sure they understand what I need. Every possession. We have a lot of new players in the SEC, so it's going to be a work in progress, but they'll continue to get better. I love the way they responded in the second half. We got ourselves in a hole, and we dug ourselves out of it, so I feel like this will help us grow.
Coach Jay, you all out-rebounded them by 16 here in the total game, and points scored went from quarter by quarter, 4, 12, 21, 23. So just kind of consistently getting better as the game went on. What do you attribute the improvement as the game went on for the team?
I thought we were playing fast and kind of out of control early, and then I thought we were in a hurry. We were rushing shots. We were not getting the ball inside like we wanted to, and that was our game plan. And then I thought it starting in the second quarter, and especially in the second half, we got the ball inside. We ran our stuff, and we got better shots.
Taylor, you had 9 points and 14 rebounds. What was kind of going through your mind tonight?
I struggled a lot the first half. So Coach Van was just telling me to just play my game and let it come to me. And so I think in the second half I started to relax a little more and just kind of let the game come to me. And then once I started doing that, I felt like everything else just started turning over for me. So I just started to, keep playing that way.
Coach Jay, can you say enough good things about Honesty Scott Grayson? She seemed to close the game out for you guys on the offensive end. She hit a couple of big threes down there in the fourth quarter and seemed to be battling through, I don't know what was going on with her, in some sort of injury. But can you talk about the fight from her?
She's still struggling, sometimes with that foot. I think she got tangled up there, but yeah, she's just a warrior. She's always coming up with big shots. Like that, and I have all the confidence in her. She's either going to try to make I was just happy she didn't pass it. Earlier she was passing, she was overpassing, And I got after her at halftime about overpassing and just letting her know that I have confidence in her and I want her to take good shots. I didn't think she was taking shots, but it was rush shots at the end as she was passing up on good shots. And then, I thought in the second half she bounced back and she settled down and took better shots, and she also created really good shots for her teammates. So it was a big difference with her in first and second half. But coming down the stretch, I had a lot of confidence in her.
Savannah, you led all scorers tonight with 16 points. Big night for you. At times it seemed like you kind of playing bully ball down there. Can you talk about like what was working for you and how you had a big game tonight?
Well, I work on all this stuff during practice, so I really just got out there and do what I do. And I was put in a good position by my guards when they passed me the ball, like post entry passes and stuff. So, they was small. They was trying to flop. I wasn't going. I wasn't dropping my shoulder. Yeah, and Coach D told me about like dropping my shoulder earlier that day in practice. So I just was like straight up and went up. That's what I do.
You mentioned honesty, but can you talk about the role Marshawn played in tonight's game? I mean, she was your floor general kind of out there. And
she was. I thought Marshawn's focus was a little off today, and I told her that. I thought she, she passed up on some shots. We knew they took charges. That's on the plan. We worked on that. We worked on her either passing that out or taking a little floater. But, I just didn't think she was focused either on the offense or the defensive end. But I will say when I put her back in that fourth quarter, she did a little bit better. Marshawn is tough. She's a winner. She want to win. I just thought her focus was a little off today.
Obviously, it was a tough win tonight. Can you guys talk about the importance of winning a game like this before SEC play? A lot of lessons in preparation, practice, perseverance down the stretch. How important is a win like this to your season?
It's really important, and we're about to go and go play 2 Power 5 teams in a row, and then we come back. And I think we may play 2 or 3 in a row, and then we have 2 more. So we're playing 5 in this preseason. So I think it's good for us to bounce back in a game like this now, because the competition is going to get tougher and tougher. So just learning how to execute down the stretch, how to pay attention in the huddle and take it to the floor. I had a couple of freshmen out there. I had, a couple of newbies out there that got lost a couple of times. So just having them to understand how to take instructions and execute it on the floor. I thought this game was really big for that.
Coach, also, I mean, you played a lot of players tonight. You played 10 players tonight. Honesty came up 3 seconds short of 35 minutes tonight. How do you balance her minutes moving forward to keep her fresh for the season and also maybe manage that foot injury a little bit?
Yeah, I was trying to get her out, but, when it's down the stretch, I want honesty in the game. And she was okay. I tried to take her out one time, and she was like, no, I'm good. So, yeah, I will hopefully be able to do that a little bit. I tried to take her out before the media and then put her back in right after, just to give her a couple of minutes break. But she, honesty is a big part of what we do. So she just does so much for us. And a lot of it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So it is going to be important to keep her fresh, but we depend on her a lot.
Last question, Coach. Over the 3-point shooting, you shoot a lot of threes, you don't shoot a lot of threes. Tonight you took 20 threes. What are you looking for kind of moving forward? I know Sid and Honesty were kind of struggling early, find a shot from 3, and they hit some down the stretch. So.
Well, I thought we settled early. I thought we were taking shots and we were, flat feet. We weren't stepping into our shot like we normally do. In the first quarter, we took 13. So, in the first half, we took 13. So we settled down in the second half, and we didn't settle as much, and we got the shots that we wanted to, and we were much better.
You fouled out 2 players on their squad tonight. They had, I think, another 3 that had 4 fouls. Was that factored in, kind of attacking the basket tonight?
Yes.
They got in foul trouble?
Yeah. I told Marshawn to just not pass the ball back and forth in that press, to just go. And they were fouling us. They were tagging us. They were in that press not to steal the ball, but to contain us, and we let them do that in the first half. We weren't attacking, and so once we started attacking, they started fouling us, and that's what we want to do. We want to get to the free throw line.
Coach, with Marshawn in foul trouble, you leaned on Sydney Shaw a little bit more at the point guard position. She was able to close the game out, make some free throws and some big shots down in the fourth quarter. Just talk a little bit about how Sydney Shaw was able to help stabilize the whole offense at the end of the game.
Yeah, Sydney is, she's a work in progress there. We've been working with her there, trying to keep Honesty from having to play point. I'm trying to keep Honesty, on the wing. And Sydney did a good job of just being solid. I've been talking to her about not doing too much, just get the ball to the right spots. And she's a little different because she can stretch the defense. So when she passes and she go find an open spot, it could come back to her, and I'm confident. And she hit a 3 there after we rotated the ball a couple of times. So I thought she was really solid. I thought we ran good offense with her in there. I thought Coach D did a good job calling some plays in the second half for Sydney, so that she, so that she wouldn't have to do too much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, War Eagle.